Hello, Leo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of the connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So, looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, really looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, but I do have a different tarot deck already shuffled for each side of this connection, as well as the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point of these readings is for you to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what doesn't. All right, Leo, on your side of this connection, you have transformation with the world in reverse. This connection has changed you. I feel like because of this connection, you have gone through a pretty deep personal transformation. Now, that transformation could be caused by, the pain that this connection has caused, or it could be caused by good things too. Maybe this person instilled a sense of confidence in you or something to that extent. I'm not sure. We'll see when we dive in. But I do see with the world in reverse, there's still some sort of cycle that is needing to close on your side of this connection. Now, this cycle, possibly, even if this is a past connection, is still affecting your current energy. So we'll have to see what is really going on there. Now, this person, they have karmic path with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person is dealing with a karmic path right now, and that's why they don't have very balanced priorities. It's like they aren't balancing, or prioritizing the right things in their life. Is kind of what's coming through here. Like that could be, maybe they're prioritizing I don't know, like something that comes to mind is like going out and partying, or like staying up late and spending time with people that they shouldn't, or maybe they're struggling with addiction in some way, shape, or form, or maybe they, it could be so many different things. So take it as it resonates for you. But I do feel like this person's karmic path is the reason why their priorities aren't balanced. And I feel like that has directly affected this connection. Now, in between this connection, you guys have jealousy with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this connection is in a pretty unstable place right now. I don't feel like things are. It's either like this connection ripped the rug out from underneath you, and you're in a phase of healing from it, or things in this connection kind of seemingly feel like they're falling apart. Kind of feel like you are. Like there's just no stability here. And this jealousy aspect is, I feel, actually coming from both sides. Like one of the ways that it could come through is, say this person ended up walking away from this connection, or because of their imbalanced priorities, it's directly affected you, and you don't understand how they're able to just like live their life knowing that they've affected you. Like that, feeling jealous of like, why is this person just able to like move on when I'm over here to, left picking up the pieces, or again, it could be anything. That I feel like these overall messages can be very vague, and I don't want to get too specific, but I do feel like this jealousy aspect is coming from both sides as well, which we'll definitely see more of when we dive in to tarot, which we'll start right now. So Leo, let's start with your side of this connection. You have transformation with the world in reverse. This is for Leo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Leo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. One more. This is for Leo's side of this connection. Five of Swords. And there's that world in reverse. And then there's the Ace of Pentacles. So someone did definitely, with the Eight of Cups, walk away from this. or are distancing themselves from it or contemplating walking away from it. With the world in reverse, this, seeing it twice, there's something seriously coming through about some sort of cycle, which I feel like we'll get a lot more of when, as we, move through the reading. But with the Five of Swords, I feel like you're really in this energy of feeling very defensive towards this connection, feeling like you have to protect yourself from this person, maybe pushing them away a little bit or creating distance because of things that they've, been doing or dealing with and how it's been affecting you. And I feel like it's interesting because all of this is creating some sort of an opportunity for you with the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know what that opportunity is, but we have to remember that on some level, everything is happening for us, not to us. But let's see. What is Leo's side of this connection? This is for Leo's side of this connection to the person they're dealing with. Leo's side of this connection. Could be dealing with a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. You absolutely don't have to be. But then you have this Four of Swords in reverse. And this Five of Wands in reverse. See, you're kind of in an energy right now of being pretty burnt out when it comes to this connection. I feel like things have been a certain way for a while, or were a certain way for a while. Whether I talk about this in the present or past tense, take it as it resonates for you. But I feel like, because with the Five of Wands in reverse, that can be an energy of holding back, like how you really feel, or not setting boundaries, or not speaking up for yourself for the sake of keeping the peace. Maybe you don't want to create conflict, and you know that every time you do try to bring something up, or you do try to speak up for yourself, or you do try to, let them know that something's bothering you, or whatever the case is, that it actually, it creates conflict. And so I feel like you've been kind of almost like handling a lot of the conflict that you're feeling about this connection in silence. And I feel like that has actually started to affect you in a lot of ways too. Because with the Four of Swords in reverse, I do feel like you're very you're tired of the way that things have been, and you're wanting things to change. But I'm not sure yet. All right, Leo's side of this connection. Leo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Hang on. Those don't feel like they're supposed to come out. It was the Nine of Cups and Four of Cups, but I don't feel like those are supposed to come out. So if they were, they will again. But let's look more at Leo's side of this connection. They just kind of like there's a difference when the cards like fall out versus when they come out. Like I can feel the difference. This is Leo's side of this connection. This is Leo's side of this connection to the person they are. See, like those are just like bam. All right, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Fool in reverse. That is a lot of reverse cards. And then the Empress in reverse. Okay. All right, Leo. Let's talk. This connection is not reciprocating your energy in the way that you know you deserve. I feel like you are giving a lot to this. Maybe you are trying to meet this person's needs or change in the ways that you think that they need you to, or whatever the case is. But it's almost gotten to the point, because these two cards kind of mean the same thing. And so seeing them back to back, I feel like it's gotten to the point where it's like you're getting to the point, not they don't mean the same thing, but in this context, they definitely do, where you've sacrificed your own needs and desires for the sake of the connection. Now, in every healthy connection, there's always going to be sacrifices, right? You're always going to give a little and you're going to take a little. And, if you're in a healthy connection, reciprocal connection, then that's going to be pretty 50-50. No, it's not going to be 50-50 all the time. Sure, there are some days where you're going to have 30 and they'll have 70, but then, some days you'll have 80 and they only have 20. It's finding that balance of making sure that, yes, there will be times you will have to give a little bit more to the connection, but if you've been giving so much to this without receiving, at some point it becomes a lack of reciprocation. At some point, it becomes you getting the short end of the stick and your needs and your desires just not being met. And I feel like there's a part of you here, Leo, that's kind of like chasing this connection a little bit, doing everything that you think you need to do, trying to be what you think this person needs in order to make this work. And though, I get that, when you love someone and you don't want to lose them and you want to make things work, of course you're going to tap into that, right? Of course you're going to try to do what you can to make it work. But again, and I will say this I will scream this from the rooftops on this channel. I truly believe that every single connection has the ability to make it work and to last and to have a long-term, have that long-term potential. But both people need to be willing to do the work to make it happen. Both people need to be willing to heal, to be self-aware, to learn how to communicate, to open up, to be vulnerable, to, learn to trust. Both people have to be willing to do that work. And so what it comes down to is this person willing? And honestly, I don't feel like they are right now, which is why they have that Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's like their priorities are not in alignment, not just with your priorities, but like with the priorities that are best for them too. And so over time, I feel like this connection has really created this Ten of Swords energy. It's like, it's like you've kind of betrayed yourself over and over again by accepting less than what you deserve and by trying to make this work. But then it's like you're just not receiving any of that energy back from this person. And, I do know that a lot of my readings can have, some of the same sentiments to them. And the reason why when I do these connection readings is I do really feel like I have a tendency to pull from karmic connections, or at least connections that are currently dealing with a karmic cycle. And so a lot of that can be, needing to learn what it is that you're deserving of through these connections. And so you can act in alignment with that in order to create the relationships that you do ultimately deserve, whether it's with this person or not. All right, Leo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. The Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Definitely don't have to be. See, this connection, it triggers a lot of your fears, doubts, and insecurities. I mean, with the Nine of Swords and the moon here, it's like, this can be like, anxiety or stress that this connection brings. But then at the same time, I feel like you're afraid of not having it. So it's kind of twofold here. It's like it adds this Nine of Swords to your life, but then you're afraid of losing it because of circumstance reasons. Maybe that you share a home with this person. Maybe you rely on this person financially. Maybe this person provides you with a partnership that you've never really had before. There could be a ton of reasons why, but the reasons why I feel like you're staying in this, or at least continuing to invest in it the way that you have, is because you're focusing more on what this connection adds to your life in a material sense instead of what it adds and takes away in an emotional sense. And I really don't feel like this connection is making you very happy right now. I feel like it has the potential to, because if it didn't, why would you, give any energy to it at all? But needing to see, am I investing in this connection for the potential, or am I investing in it because I know that this is what I deserve right now in this moment? And then take it a step further. Am I investing in this because I think that this is as good as it gets for me? Do I think that bare minimum is as much as I deserve, or do I know that I am deserving of more? And learning, what it is that you do deserve and tapping into that sense of self-worth is what creates that love for yourself within, that then will be reflected in your relationships around you. Every single person on this planet is a mirror for the relationship that we have with ourselves. And so diving into that can really, really help you here. All right. Yeah, because you're dealing with this Three of Swords energy. I feel like you're feeling a lot of pain from this connection. And it's been really hard for you to move forward because, of course, you're afraid of losing it. And of course, you want it to work. And of course, you have love for this person, or had love for this person. But what are you sacrificing, for, like, what part of you are you sacrificing in order to make this work? And is that worth it? Is it worth losing yourself in order to be there for someone else? Is it worth losing yourself in order to prioritize somebody else? Being honest with yourself about those things, it's difficult, and I've been there. But the more that you are honest with yourself about that, the more that you start to realize, what, I do deserve more than this, and I'm going to make sure that I only accept what it is that aligns with what I deserve, and not the bare minimum that I've been so used to experiencing my whole life. This is for Leo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yeah, because you want a new beginning. The Fool, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So there's that Ace of Pentacles in reverse again. I almost feel like what this connection is doing is it's giving you an opportunity to choose yourself. Leo, I feel like you are a very empathetic, kind person, and you're so used to prioritizing other people's needs. It's not that you're not powerful. It's not that you're not confident. It's not that you're not um, it doesn't make you weak. It's just that you're used to putting other people ahead of yourself. You just always have. And I feel like because of the way that this dynamic is between this connection, I feel like this is really bringing up that habit to the surface and making you kind of analyze it and say, you know, is it worth continuing to sacrifice what it is? Because this is a card of reevaluation. So is it worth continuing to sacrifice, you know, what I have been, or is this going to eventually drain me? Am I investing in this for potential, or am I investing in this for what it is? Am I looking at this through rose-colored glasses? Am I believing that this person and this person's potential more than what they show me, you know, on a day-to-day basis, and getting really honest with yourself about that. All right, let's see what they're dealing with though here, Leo. You have karmic path with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This person's energy toward Leo, please. I feel like someone either has or is contemplating walking away from this. This person's energy toward Leo, because I saw the Eight of Cups, yeah, on the bottom of this deck too. This person's energy toward Leo. This person's energy toward Leo, please. So there you are. There's the Five of Pentacles. See, they don't want to lose you. Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. They don't want to lose you. In fact, I feel like it's quite the opposite. I feel like they really want to see this work too. Now, the question is, you know, are they willing to do what it takes in order to make it work? Right? That's what the question always is, because it kind of feels like they're prioritizing some sort of a karmic path ahead of this connection. This person's energy toward Leo, please. This person's energy toward Leo, please. Yeah, see, they have no freaking idea how to communicate here. Page of Swords in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like that's why things have kind of seemingly fallen apart, or starting to fall apart, or have fallen apart, is I feel like they have no idea how to communicate how they really feel or what's really going on. And when someone else isn't communicating with you, you're going to be left viewing their movements, choices, and decisions through the lens of your fears, doubts, and insecurities. And then if your insecurities are going to be the thing that's predominantly on your mind, then you're going to act out of those insecurities, and it's going to trigger this person's insecurities, and it's just going to be this back and forth triggering fest. But I do feel like it's like I do feel like this person very much cares about you, but I also feel at the same time, look, there's that World in reverse. I was gonna say there's kind of this there's this karmic thing that they're dealing with, that they're prioritizing. I don't know what it is, or I don't know why. This person's energy toward Leo. Four of Pentacles in reverse. See, they're kind of struggling right now. Not like outside of this connection too. Possibly financially, or just like maybe work, or family situations, something that has to do with their source and sense of stability. I feel like they're struggling in a lot of ways too, and I feel like instead of dealing with their problems, I feel like they're kind of running from them. They're hiding from them. They're not. It's like they're not they're not facing them. They're not facing what they need to face. And I feel like it ends up directly affecting this connection. This person's energy toward Leo. This person's energy toward Leo. And this is some tough energy they're dealing with. 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and 2 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like their material world is struggling. King of Pentacles in reverse. There's that earth sign energy again. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords in reverse. And then the Queen of Cups. Ah, okay. They're feeling kind of, okay. This is going to be some tough love toward this person. So if you are a cross watcher, please bear with me. This person is feeling pretty bad about themselves right now in their material world. Specifically, I feel like it could be their finances or like their level of success or something. Like I feel like they're not feeling very like I don't know, like powerful or confident or whatever the case is. And I feel like what's happening here is they look at you as this Queen of Cups, and this Queen of Cups is a very nurturing, loving energy that, you know, is important in relationships. But I feel like this person is kind of like looking for you to take care of them in a way, like almost like mother them or father them, but mother, like it's like this, yeah, it's like they're looking for you to kind of like take care of them or were. And I feel like you were willing to do that because you do have a lot of love for this person. But I feel like over time, it started really affecting you. And then on the flip side, I don't really feel like they're doing anything to work on themselves in order to work through their problems. It's like they're looking for you to kind of be maybe even the source of their healing. I get more here. And when that's the case, you're never going to be good enough for anybody because nobody can heal anybody. This person's energy toward Leo. You can create a safe space for someone to do the work themselves, but it doesn't really seem like they're doing a lot of the work themselves. This person's energy toward Leo, please. Yeah, see, this person's a bit of a self-sabotager. So 5 of Swords with the Knight of Wands in reverse. And so both people in this connection really have their guard up with the other person. There's not a whole lot of like authentic communication and connection going on here. I feel like these two people are really trying to protect themselves right now, which is natural. The other thing that's coming through with this is I feel like they have a tendency to self-sabotage and then feel like a victim about it. So, whether that be whatever this karmic path is, whatever their lack of, prioritizing is. Again, it could be anything, right? Addiction, or it's like they take these actions that come back to bite them, but then feel sorry for themselves without actually like doing any of the healing, or having the self-awareness. And maybe that's exactly what it is. Maybe they lack the self-awareness to be able to say, wow, my actions, led to this, therefore I need to adjust my actions so that this doesn't happen. Instead, I feel like it's like they do these self-sabotaging things and then they're like, man, everything bad always happens to me. It's like, no, we are more in control of our reality than we think. And I feel like that seems separate from this connection. but yet at the same time, it's like say that they treat you poorly. They lie, or they manipulate, or they do something in this connection. And you walk away, or you get angry. It's, oh, I can never do anything right. I can never do anything right. And, I'm just not good enough for you. And it's like they become the victim of the fact that they made these mistakes. Now, I think that we should always be forgiving towards people and the mistakes that they make. But that doesn't mean that we have to continue to accept that behavior, right? Forgiveness and like acceptance of behavior are not the same thing. And I feel like it's like, because I feel like you've had a lot of empathy for this person. I feel like you've been very very there for them, and very supportive, and very caring and kind and loving. And I feel like all they've kind of met you with is expecting more of that without giving you really anything in return except for this kind of self-sabotagey kind of energy. This person's energy toward Leo. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're struggling so much right now that they're jealous of how much you've got it together. This person's energy toward Leo. Oh, I said no, and the universe said yes. The synergy is very immature. And here's the running. You had the chasing, they have the running. It's like they don't, it's like they, I don't mean this, I'm not saying this to be mean, but this person needs to grow up. They need to grow up, they need to take responsibility for their actions, and they need to do some freaking healing. And in the meantime, Leo, you've got to be honest with yourself about whether or not you can continue to be there for this person. If this person isn't willing to do what they need to do, and they're constantly going to be relying on you, that will eventually drain you. That will not be a sustainable connection for the long term, because you will not have the ability to give without ever having your cup filled. So I do feel like they're running a little bit from facing themselves, and maybe they're running from the connection because that's the case. But yeah, it's really interesting. This energy, this person's energy is interesting. Okay, we're going to look at the truth of this connection. You have jealousy with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to pull 9 different messages. This is what is the purpose of this connection, and what is the best way to move forward in order to align with your higher self. And then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Leo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Leo, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Leo.